How's it going, my lovely darklings? It's your fave witch, Jamila Anhana, back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to be unbothered. And this is a very important topic, especially for me as somebody who is really into shadow work and authentic living. And being unbothered is literally a product of those practices. And I've noticed that it's not a skill that a lot of people have, especially since we live in a world where people are constantly seeking the approval of and comparing themselves to other people who seem to be more successful than them. But being unbothered is so important to incorporate into our character because we don't want to create any roadblocks to our path of personal success because we all can achieve success. Abundance is in the air. It is our birthright. So enough talk, let's get right into the video. So number one of how to be unbothered is to remind yourself that people are going to view you through their limited perspective, through their story, through their own life experience. And that could be good or bad, but for the most part, it's super neutral because they're not necessarily seeing the real you. And just like you and the rest of us, people are going to view everything and everyone through a lens of how their life has shaped them. So if they've gone through some mess, if they've had a hard life, they're probably not going to trust you. They're probably going to assume the worst in you. They're probably not going to see you in the way that you view yourself, all your positive attributes. And although that might suck, it's kind of like, well, what can you do? They're probably not going to see you the way you see you. And they don't even know your whole life story. So it's pretty much like, let them think whatever they want. Number two of how to be unbothered is to work on how you feel about yourself, work on how you view yourself, work on your self-concept or your core belief system of who you are. And that usually comes with very intense shadow work. When you understand your power and your ability to be anything and create anything in this life, someone's behavior or opinion will mean nothing to you. This means that your view of yourself far outweighs the insignificant jabs that people attempt to make at you. But if somebody's remark is coming from a weird and angry place, then it can't penetrate you because you already know your worth. So number three of how to be unbothered is something I talk about a lot on my Instagram, and it is to seek your own approval and just allow people to be wrong about you. We don't need to control how others view us because they're going to either approve or disapprove either way. So it's best to just approve of yourself and your own decisions because you're going to be the one that makes them at the end of the day. Sometimes we do need advice or an opinion about a certain decision that we're not sure about or not clear on. But that doesn't mean that we should allow people to make us waver from what we truly want to do or what we truly desire. Because realistically, we're the only ones who know what we want and we're the only ones who can get it. They can do what they feel and we can do the same. We all already do anyways. And we don't need anyone's permission to do so. All we need to do is decide. And number four of how to be unbothered is to focus on yourself and stop worrying what other people are doing. Although community is so important and must be prioritized, your life is about you. So what are you doing out here wondering how people will view you and comparing yourself to their successes? First of all, I can guarantee you that they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. And that's not necessarily a selfish thing. And secondly, the successes they have are completely attainable as well. You just need to pour into yourself and let the overflow allow you to attract your desires and dreams and build an unshakable self-concept and sense of confidence. That may not be easy, but it's very, very necessary. And this brings us to our last tip, which is number five, and it is living authentically. So that is really a loaded thing to say because there's so many things that go into it, something that I talk about a lot on Instagram and here on this channel, but it's very attainable and I'll explain why later. So let's get right into this tip. So this goes kind of into doing what you feel despite the approval of others because that's technically what authentic living is, but it goes deeper than that. In short, it's unapologetically fulfilling your desires, shamelessly loving yourself, and aspiring to be the favorite version of yourself with a reckless abandon. There is nothing about authentic living that considers how one is being perceived, because we're here on this plane to experience life joyfully, deliciously, harmoniously, peacefully, not to live up to other people's expectations. We're not here to please others and to feed into their ego. We're here for us and to share our passions with the world. So do what you need to do to get to a place where you have no choice but to be firm in your authenticity. Because we really don't at the end of the day. We've now reached the end of this video. Was this helpful at all? Is there anything I missed? Do you think this helps you be a little bit more unbothered in your life experience? Let me know in the comment section down below, and be sure to give this video a like, subscribe for more content, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at the Soulful Veganista. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.